Hello, everyone. My name is Eben, and tonight I have a story for you called The Leafman by William Joyce. And here is the smiling moon and the leafman, and this is the beginning of spring, and this is a time of year when all the leaves are coming out and all the insects are waking up. And there's a saying in this book that anything can happen in the garden on a beautiful moonlit night. The Leafman and the Brave Good Bugs by William Joyce. There once was an old woman who loved her garden. Though her skin was wrinkled with age, it was as soft as the petals of her favorite roses. When I was a child, she told the children, the garden was a miraculous place, and anything could happen on a beautiful moonlit night. She looked at them sadly. But that was so long ago, I can hardly remember. And there is the old woman and the white roses, and in the background there's insects, there's a praying mantis, and there's beetles, and there's a snail, and they're all watching, and there are the two children. One day, the treasured rose bush grew sickly, and so did the old woman. She stayed in bed, and the flowers grew dry from thirst. They began to shrivel and die. The children were sad and uncertain. So were the insects of the garden. And there's the praying mantis holding the sad and shriveled flower, and all the insects are crying. They have handkerchiefs. There's a moth, there's a caterpillar, there are the doodle bugs, the ladybug, and the caterpillar has a pair of glasses, if you can see. The crickets serenaded the old lady, and serenade means to play music. The fireflies wished her well. The fireflies are saying, get better. But she would not wake. Her dreams were fitful and filled with things from long ago. She grew weaker and weaker. The garden was in peril. And there the crickets playing music for her, and the doodle bugs are all lined up, and she's got a rose on her blanket, and there's some medicine next to my finger, and there's a picture of her with her parents when she was a little girl, and the moon is shining through the open window. You must call upon the leafmen, said the mysterious, long-lost toy. Only they can save things now. The leafmen are not real, sneered the spider queen. Her ant goblins croaked and laughed. But the toy ignored them. And there's the long-lost toy, and the spider queen, and her ant goblins, those wicked goblins, and all the good bugs looking so sad, and the doodle bugs are lined up. To call the leafmen, the toy explained, one must climb the highest tree, and as the full moon touches the topmost branch, sing out low and sure, "Leaf men, we are in need." The insects had never known the toy to speak. For countless days and nights he lay silently in the grass, lost and forgotten. His mystery had never been solved. And there's the toy laying in the grass, wrapped with cobwebs, and the Spider Queen is up here looking on over the captive toy. The insects had heard stories of the leafmen, but they were unsure. It would be a perilous journey to the top of the tree. No garden bug had ever gone so high. A tiny troop of doodlebugs assembled.
"We of the Doodlebug Guild will face what must be faced,"
their leader proclaimed. Here is the leader with the flag that says DBG, which stands for Doodlebug Guild. And there's a doodlebug with a trumpet, and there's a snail and a dragonfly and a ladybug, and they're waving on those brave doodlebugs to climb to the top of the tree and find the leafman. The Spider Queen laughed at them. But the doodlebug leader stopped her short.
"Tiny of body, but brave of heart, we will finish what we start,"
he said proudly. This angered the spider. The long-lost toy smiled. He'd never liked the Spider Queen. And there's the Spider Queen sneering at those brave doodlebugs. And the toy looks very happy. He's glad that somebody is finally standing up to that bully of a spider. It was windy as the doodlebugs began their climb. A storm was brewing. The other insects wished them well, but wondered if they could make it. There's that tall tree. I don't know if you can see, but there's the tiny doodlebugs making their way up. They're very small. It's a long way to the top, and the wind is blowing leaves. Night fell as they journeyed ever upward. The moon appeared through swiftly moving clouds. The wind grew stronger. But the doodlebugs were not afraid. They chugged along, racing with the moon to the top of the tree.
Up, 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 up.
A tiny train of brave, good bugs. The moon is smiling contentedly as if that man in the moon knows something that we don't know. And there's the train of brave doodlebugs climbing all night to the top of the tree. They were almost to the treetop when lightning flashed. The sky rumbled. Giant raindrops smashed down. And then the Spider Queen appeared. The doodlebugs rolled up tight to save themselves, but doodlebug bowling was just what the Spider Queen hungered for.
"No spider snacks are we,"
shouted the doodlebug leader. He tickled a goblin and got away.
"Leaf men,"
he called out.
"Leaf men, we are in need."
There's the evil Spider Queen and her ant goblin cronies. And the doodlebugs, the poor doodlebugs, are being used as bowling balls and 9-pins. And There's the leader calling for the leafmen. He's got that flag. That's the Doodlebug Guild flag. That wicked, wicked Spider Queen. They all look so evil. Their plan worked. They got to the top of the tree first. But then the storm stilled. The air grew quiet. And there stood the leafmen, ready to lend a hand. And there's that moon smiling contentedly. Maybe the moon knew that the leafmen were going to come. And here they are. They're wearing green capes and tunics, and they've got swords and arrows, and they're listening for the Doodlebug call, and they're ready to save those brave bugs. From branch to branch, the battle raged, with arrows made of thistle, which is a sharp, thorny plant. The leafmen shot the spider through the heart. Her goblins fled in horror. Ah! The valiant leafmen then whisked the doodlebugs earthward by way of Luna Moth. And there's the moth flying in to carry them all down, and the leafmen brandishing their swords and arrows, and those are the rescued doodlebugs, and the spider and her ant goblins who are no more. They've been vanquished. The leafmen were gardeners of a grand and elfin sort. They sewed leaves back on, turned brown stalks green, and made the rose bush bloom like new.
Tiny of body but brave of heart, we always finish what we start,
sang the doodlebugs as they helped. But when the gardening chores were done, the leafmen grew quiet. And there are the leafmen working on fixing the garden. That one's sewing a leaf back on. That one is fixing a stem, and keeping an eye out for danger, and they're rescuing that rose. And there are the doodlebugs helping them. The Spider Queen at last is dead, they told the long-lost toy. And only you can save things now. Those are the humble leafmen speaking to the long-lost toy, asking for his help. And assembled are all the doodlebugs and the Luna Moth. And there's the doodlebug flag. And all the brave leafmen looking very solemn. There they are. They're bringing the long-lost toy to the sleeping grandmother. Wonder what will happen next. And there's the moon looking on. Maybe she'll find the toy when she wakes up. At dawn, the old woman finally woke. Her eyes lit up. "My little metal man," she whispered. "You've been lost for so long." She had not seen him since she was a little girl. "I'd almost forgotten you," she sighed. She smelled the rose in his tiny hand. Then she saw the footprints on the windowsill and smiled. Here are the little footprints. And the toy held in her hand. Soon the old lady was back in the garden. "I remember now," she said. "My father gave me the metal man to watch over me at night. My mother planted the rose bush to bring me comfort. I remember they told me that the leafmen watch over the garden and make sure everything's all right. And there she is, showing her grandchildren pictures of her parents and of her as a little girl. Even your grandparents were children at some point. We all grow up. Is that true? Asked the boy. She smiled and hugged them both. Things may come and things may go, she said, but never forget the garden is a miraculous place and anything can happen on a beautiful moonlit night. And there they are looking up into that one tree, which is where the doodlebugs call the leafmen. And there are the proud doodlebugs admiring their handiwork. And the ladybug and the caterpillar are hugging one another. And there's the doodlebug guild leader and the trumpet player and a larger beetle. And all the bugs are celebrating. And the garden has been restored. And the leafmen have gone back to wherever it is they stay. And the old woman is healthy again. And that is the end of the story with a photograph of the old woman as a little girl next to her parents. And the moral of the story is that even grown-ups need toys. Even grown-ups need a little help sometimes. And sometimes miracles do happen.